Hello and welcome to today's video on Spring Cloud Stream. So in today's video, we'll see like what is Spring Cloud Stream and when should we use Spring Cloud Stream. Okay, followed by some examples, like we'll develop some Spring Cloud Stream apps to demonstrate. So let's see first. Let's first see like what is Spring Cloud Stream. Spring Cloud Stream is nothing but uh, uh, like these are the applications used to develop event-driven uh, architecture, event-driven apps, will say, wherein the flow of data, there is continuous flow or stream of data. Okay, for such data, for such streaming data, we develop these Spring Cloud Stream apps. Okay, so like uh, Spring Cloud Stream basically makes your life very easy. Okay, because they have abstracted a lot of stuff, a lot of boilerplate stuff. Okay, uh, which will help you to develop uh, uh, the streaming applications fast. So Spring Cloud Stream has brought in the concept of binder. Okay, wherein what it does is it binds your function, okay, to the destination, like uh, okay, to the destination. The destination can be Kafka topic or RabbitMQ queue. Okay, so like Spring Cloud Stream uh, has abstracted a lot of stuff, like connecting maybe to a Kafka cluster and writing to the Kafka topic, or connecting to RabbitMQ, or connecting to RabbitMQ and writing to RabbitMQ queue. Okay, so like Spring Cloud Stream works with a lot of message brokers, like as I said, Kafka, RabbitMQ, and other PubSub brokers basically. And like if you want to switch from one message broker to another, so it is done. It can be done hassle free, like without the code changes. Okay, with the help of dependencies only, like you can change from for example, from Kafka to RabbitMQ. Okay, and also the connection to such message brokers and writing to the topic is like all this stuff has been abstracted. Okay, so as I said, that Spring Cloud Stream has brought in the concept of binders. So let's see an example, like what is a binder. Okay, so as I said, a binder is nothing but it binds your code to the destination. So code, we can say a function. So in this example, right, as you can see, there is some configuration here. So what it says is this this is a particular function. Okay, this is a particular function, and it produces some output. Okay, so it is saying that, okay, this particular function, it is going to produce some output, and that output is like connected to, will be sent to this destination. Now in our case, it will be like we'll be seeing an example with Kafka. So it is nothing but a Kafka topic. Okay, so the output produced by this function will be sent to this particular topic. Okay, so um, they have uh, there are, like, we can say, three kind of applications in Spring Cloud Stream. We'll see, like, one is what they call is as a source. Okay, source is nothing but it does not source is nothing but the source of data. Okay, the producer. Okay, it does not take any input, but it produces output. It is basically the source of the events which will be sent. And then there's a concept of uh, uh, a processor. Okay, so a processor is nothing but it will receive the event, and maybe work on that data, uh, apply some business logic, and then produce the data again. So it is the receiver, and it is a consumer and producer as well. Okay, and then there's a concept of sink. Okay, sink is nothing but a consumer. Okay, it has the input, but it does not produce any output. That means that it will receive the events from topic from okay, from some topic, and then it will store the data in database. Okay, so it does not produce output. It won't send any events further, but it will store those events, okay, into the database. So these are the three concepts which Spring Cloud Stream works on, and like uh, they have the Spring Cloud Stream, right? So each is associated with some features of the features in Java 8, okay, which were introduced in Java 8, which are called supplier, function, and consumer. Okay, so what we'll see, we'll take an example. Okay, so like how this source, right? As I said, as we discussed earlier, how this source is connected to supplier. So supplier in Java 8, right? It works on the same concept which source works on. So supplier basically it does not take any input, but it produces output. So we can say that okay, it is synonymous to source. Okay, it is going to produce output. Okay, so maybe it can produce output from anywhere, from like a database, like uh, and then forward the events. Okay, then there's a concept of, as I said, processor, right? So processor works is connected to or is synonymous to functional interface in Java 8. Okay, as a function, like what it takes is it takes one input and it produces one output, which is similar to processor. Okay, it receives the events and then forwards the event. Okay, and then we have the concept of sync, and sync is synonymous to consumer. So consumer interface also, like consumer function also takes uh, the input, but it does not produce any output, which is similar to sync. It takes the input, it receives the events, but it does not forward the event again. Maybe it will store in database. Okay, so like this is the concept. Okay, the which Spring Cloud Stream works on, and as I said that uh, they have abstracted, Spring Cloud Stream has abstracted a lot of stuff, a lot of boilerplate stuff, like connecting to some message broker, switching from one message broker to another, and writing or receiving the events, right, from uh, to some topic, or receiving the events from some topic. They have abstracted a lot of stuff. So let's dive into the practical stuff so that we'll understand it better. Okay. So in today's video, we are going to see these two uh, concepts. One is source and another is sync. Okay. Processor we'll see in the subsequent video, in the next video. Okay. So what we'll do now, we'll create two Spring Cloud Stream apps. One will be source and other will be sync. Okay. So we have to go to uh, uh, the Spring initial. Okay. So I have already two applications. Okay. So here we need to go to I've selected like Maven Project Java, and the latest one current it is 2.7.4, and you can give the two artifacts. One is source and another is a sync. Okay, the dependencies which we need here is Cloud Stream. Okay, which I have already added. Spring Cloud Stream dependency, we are going to need one. It is currently not showing. Okay, and Lombok, the other one would be Lombok. So if you see quickly, so we have to select this one. Okay, so and then I've selected Java 8. Okay, and then I've generated the two source codes. Okay, so similarly for sync as well, you have to do the same. Okay, just change this artifact name, and we need the stream, Cloud Stream, and Lombok. Okay, so let's see now. What we'll do, we will unzip this. So I have unzipped these projects, and now we'll open up in okay, so codes. Okay, and then Think as well. Same new window. Now we are going to see this example with Mrs. Broker as Kafka, and like the Mrs. Broker will be local in my case. Okay, so let's see now. So now what we will do is, so now as I said earlier, right? For source, you would be needing a supplier, right? So what? Let's quickly. Okay, it is loading. Okay, we'll need another dependency, which will be uh, Kafka binder basically. So whichever message broker you use, right? So you'll have corresponding binder. Okay, for Kafka it is Spring Cloud Stream binder Kafka. For RabbitMQ it will be Spring Cloud Stream binder RabbitMQ maybe. Okay, so this is important. This dependency we need both in source and sink as well. So let's quickly add the dependency uh, to our form XML as well. Okay, so here we have added the dependency. Let's sync it. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to define one supplier, which will be nothing but the producer or the source. Okay, so it is expecting, let's first resolve, let's first import. Okay. It is expecting a class called usage detail. So let's add one class as well. Okay, so usage detail we are going to send across, okay, to the topic. So this is the class I've jotted down. So it is nothing, some data, okay, usage detail it contains. Yeah. Resolve supplier Java.data function, and then we need user as well. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, now I'll quickly explain. So when Spring Cloud Stream encounters a supplier, right, supplier B, so what internally or behind the scenes it does is it converts it into producer, that is Kafka producer. Okay, so what it will do is, see, as I said earlier, right, supplier does not take an input, but it is producing the output. Okay, it is sending usage detail, it is creating the object and sending usage detail. Okay, with it is setting the data like duration and data. Okay, and random, like user setting random from this user array. Okay, so behind the scenes the supplier bean is going to be converted to the Kafka producer. Now now we need to mention that, okay, the particular output, this particular output which is produced by send events, it needs to send to some topic. Okay, so here the binder will come into picture. Okay, as I said earlier, so I'll again explain this. So we have to add this in the application properties. Okay, now as you can see, this particular send events function, it will be treated as output. That means that send event, this particular function is going to produce output, and it needs to send this particular topic and destination usage detail. It can be, in a case, it will be topic as it is Kafka. If it would have been RabbitMQ, then it will be, maybe it would have been a queue, basically RabbitMQ. That is usage detail. Okay. And another thing, the question might come is like, where are we mentioning? Like, where is uh, the location, the bootstrap nodes of Kafka? So here we are not providing. If we don't provide anything, so it will by default take it as the local host. Okay, it will try to connect to the localhost 9092 cluster, and then it is going to it will try to produce the code. Of course, like in real time scenario, we'll have to provide the broker uh, the bootstrap nodes as well. Okay, there is a separate configuration for that. That is Spring, Kafka, bootstrap servers, wherein you mention all the bootstrap nodes and of course Zookeeper nodes as well. Okay, so this is simple. We are keeping it simple. We are connecting to the uh, 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 local Kafka and then producing the data. Okay, so here, okay, so we have, I think, at least we are done for the source side. Now let's quickly dive into the sync side. Okay, so similarly in the sync side, right? So we'll have to again go to form.xml. So we'll have to mention the Kafka binder here as well. So that's system is today. Yeah. So we have added this binder dependency. So it is like it will the connection to Kafka cluster. It will do auto configuration basically. And now we have sync. Okay. What we want here is that same usage detail object, right? So this particular source, right, is going to send the usage detail object in the form of JSON to the sync. Basically, we want to send it to the sync, right? So same will need here as well. Okay. So yeah, we have added usage detail, and now what we are going to need here is we'll need a consumer bean. Okay. So behind the scenes again, that will be like Kafka consumer. It will be converted to the Kafka consumer. Now quickly, what we'll do is uh, yes. So we'll take this consumer bean as I told earlier, right? We'll quickly import yeah. Now, as I said, right, consumer earlier that it takes input, but it does not produce any output. So see, it is not producing any output. It is just like logging in a case. So in real case, it can be like ingesting the data in some data store, right? So it is logging over here. Okay. So now we have to tell uh, like the Spring Cloud Stream that okay, this particular process it should receive the events from the topic on which the source has produced the data. Okay, so here is the binder configuration. We'll add it in the application properties again. So what it is going to tell is okay, this particular function it is input basically, like it is going to receive the events and not produce the events. It is going to receive the events, and the destination like it should receive the events from this particular topic. Okay, and also I didn't explain the concept of zero over here both in source and in sync. So zero is like multiple destinations, right? So maybe in case of source, multiple destinations, like if you want to produce on multiple topics, maybe multiple destinations, then this index will come into picture like 0, 1, 2, and we can produce output to multiple destinations. Okay. So here we have, I think we are pretty much done here. We'll now start the applications. Before that, what we can do is let's log select forces so that we'll get to know that okay, the output is getting produced. Let's say for sending So I think it should start sending the events. Let's run. Okay, number. Let's run the sync app as well. So the source it is running. So it is starting. Okay, so I think, see the source, it is sending the usage detail, okay, object to the topic, okay, in JSON form. And as you can see, the sync is also consuming the event, okay, consuming the data basically through the um, Kafka topic, okay. So here you can see like Spring Cloud Stream has made this so much easy, like producing the data to the topic and consuming the data from another topic, okay, or yeah, from, and that too from any message broker like RabbitMQ and other types of message brokers, okay. So I think we are done for today's video, okay, and in the subsequent video we'll then see like will deploy these applications on the Spring Cloud Data Flow. Okay, so Spring Cloud Data Flow is another wherein you can is another technology wherein you can create data pipelines, right? The pipelines of the Spring Cloud Stream apps. Okay, uh, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe so that it will motivate me to create such videos. Thank you.